It's one of the most storied football programs in the country, producing over 90 first-round picks, the most all time. The Ohio State University continues to be a factory for NFL talent. And in today's video, I'm putting every Buckeye in the league on one team, trying to bring a Super Bowl title to the state of Ohio. So let's take a look at this roster. Starting off at quarterback, C.J. Stroud. He's going to be our quarterback number one. Justin Fields is also on the roster. It shocks me that there's only two quarterbacks from Ohio State that are in the league right now. In the running back position, Ezekiel Elliott is here. In college, he was a dog, had a great couple seasons with Cowboys. Now he's a little bit older, but he's going to be our workhorse. We got J.K. Dobbins, again, another dog in college. I think he's been 1,000-yard back in the league. And then we got Trey Sermon as well, who had a great stretch of games as the Buckeyes made their way to the national championship, I believe, against Georgia. The wide receiver room is going to be stacked. There is a reason why Ohio State is known as Wide Receiver U, and it's not even close. Terry McLaurin, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., who's now a rookie, Mike Thomas, Curtis Samuel, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Noah Brown are on the roster. It's going to be hard to see who's going to get playing time. If this was real life, man, I would hate to be a coach. Tight end position, we bring in the rookie Cade Stover. We've got Jeremy Ruckert, and we've got Luke Farrell. Here's the offensive line. Solid offensive lineman produced by Ohio State, led by Taylor Decker at left tackle. You got Nicholas Petit-Ferrer, second-year player. Jonah Jackson, Michael Jordan. At center, Josh Myers, and we've got Billy Price. We got Pat Elfline, and then we've got Luke Whippler. Probably saying his last name wrong. He's a rookie. Paris Johnson normally plays tackle, but we're going to kick him inside to play right guard. We got Jamarco Jones here. We've got DeJuan Jones. We've got Thayer Munford, Isaiah Prince. Now, the defensive side of the ball, we're stacked. Defensive line is going to be one of the top groups on this team, led by Nick Bosa. We've got Sam Hubbard, Tyquan Lewis. On the other side, the other Bosa brother, Joey. We've got Chase Young, Jonathan Cooper. At D tackle, we had to trim this list because there was a lot of D tackles that came from Ohio State. But the ageless one, Cameron Hayward. We've got Draymond Jones, Devon Hamilton, Jonathan Hankins, and Jalen Holmes. Linebacker, Baron Browning. We've got Malik Harrison, Jerome Baker, Tommy Eichenberg. We've got Pete Warner, Raekwon McMillan, and then DBU, BIA, Best in America, Marshawn Lattimore, Denzel Ward, Jeff Okudah, Bradley Roby, Eli Apple, Kendall Sheffield, and Sean Wade. And we go to the safety position. Malik Hooker's here, Ronnie Hickman, strong safety Von Bell, Jordan Fuller at strong safety. Kicker, I had to move Cameron Johnston to kicker because there are no kickers from Ohio State in the league right now. And then at punter, we've got Drew Christman. But wait, there's more. Here is a look at the practice squad. Michael Hall Jr., who was just drafted, he's going to be on the practice squad. Same with Zach Harrison. Tommy Togiai, that's how you say his last name. We got CJ Saunders, Tyreek Smith, Wyatt Davis, Cam Brown, Benjamin Victor, who was one of my favorite wide receivers at Ohio State, Justin Hilliard, and then Liam McCullough have all made the practice squad. In all, there's almost 75 players who are in this game right now. It was hard to kind of limit it down to a 53-man roster and then put 20 onto the practice squad. We've got all of our Buckeyes. And we can't forget about the head coach. Welcome Ryan Day to the NFL. Now in today's video, the goal is to win a Super Bowl. I will be simming this season. We might jump into the Super Bowl game. And I think we've got what it takes. The squad comes in as an 83 overall on offense, 89 on defense with an 85 overall. Now I think that's enough to bring home the Lombardi. And shout out to the 11 Warriors on Twitter, man. They posted this graphic last week, and I was like, man, it is amazing how much talent is coming from Ohio State that's in the league right now. And I decided, man, let's give this a try and see what this team can do. Now I'm going to set our season goal to win the Super Bowl. I think that this is a very possible accomplishment for this team. The only problem I can see having is our quarterback is very young. We're going to be running with CJ Stroud as our rookie QB, but I think we've got enough weapons around him where he should be able to shine. So let's send to the midseason to see where this team stands. Oh man, that's tough. Our boys are sitting at 3-3 on the season after 6 games. Second in our division behind Baltimore. But stat-wise, CJ's not having a bad year. 118 out of 173, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1,462 yards. The longest he's thrown is 50 yards for a touchdown. He was sacked 9 times though through 6 games, which is not that great. On the ground, Zeke 468, 5 touchdowns. Dobbins 103 and 3 scores. CJ has 75 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Here's gonna be the interesting stat, man. I want to see what these wide receivers are doing. Terry 31 grabs, 216, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson 21 grabs, 308 and 2 scores. Chris 23 catches, 296 and 4 scores. Zeke has 232 yards and a touchdown. Stover 199 yards, and then everybody else hasn't even seen playing time. All that talent just sitting on the bench. Defensively, Jerome Baker leading the team, 44 tackles. Ward with 39. You got Marshawn with 31. Pete Warner has 31. Bosa with 29. Von Bell with 29 as well. Cam Hayward, 22. Hooker, Bosa, each with 22. You got Fuller with 19. Sam Hubbard has 18. Browning has 12. Sack department, I expected these numbers to be higher. I'm not going to hold you, man. Joey Bosa only 4.5 sacks. Craig Hayward with 2.5, Bosa with 2, Hubbard with 2, and then we got Von Bell and Browning splitting the sack. Turnover department, Baker with 1, Ward with 1, Warner has 1, Fuller has 1, Harrison has 1. I need the defense to step up, man. We're supposed to be the BIA. That's in America. DBU. That's what we're known for. We got to start forcing some more turnovers. Cameron Johnson's 3 of 4, 19 of 19 on extra points. Drew Chrisman, 17 for 866. All right, man, so we made our changes. Hopefully this fixes the problem, man. As you can see, the defense is up to an 89 overall now, 84 on offense. I wonder if we've got a tough schedule ahead. We beat the Browns, we beat the Ravens, then we lost to the Rams and the Titans by 3 and 6, turned around and beat the Cardinals by 7, lost to the Seahawks by 6. Coming off our bye week, Niners, Bills, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Jack. Yeah, this isn't an easy stretch of games for our squad. I think they can do it. As long as we can make the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs, we should be all right. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. We finished 10-7, and we made it to Wildcard weekend. Only problem is we're taking on the speedsters, the Miami Dolphins. Let's see what we can do. As you can see, man, we snuck in as the 7th seed. Shockingly, the Texans, the number 1 seed in the AFC. We've got the Dolphins in at 2, Chiefs are 3, Baltimore 4, Titans are 5, and then the Bills round out the top 6 teams in the AFC. So let's take a look at the stats, man. A great rookie season for CJ Stroud, 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. On the ground, Zeke, back to being Zeke, man. Let Zeke eat. Almost 1,300 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. JK almost 400 yards with 6 scores. CJ had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Trey Sermon had 2 rushing touchdowns, and then Jeremy Ruckert probably playing fullback at 3 rushing touchdowns. So out wide, Scary Terry almost 1,200 yards, 83 catches, 9 touchdowns. Olave 67 grabs, 831 yards, 4 scores. Cade Stover as a true rookie, man, 64 catches, 565 and 4 scores. Garrett 48 catches, 655 and 2 touchdowns. Zeke had 36 grabs, 410, 3 touchdowns. Curtis Samuel 20 catches, 213 yards and 2 scores. Jeremy Ruckert 7 for 69 and a touchdown. Marvin Harrison 7 for 66 and a touchdown. You got Luke Farrell down here catching a touchdown as well. Sack department, Jonah Jackson gave up 8 sacks at left guard. DeJuan Jones 7 at right tackle. Taylor Decker at left tackle with 5 sacks. Josh Myers 4 sacks at center. Jamarco Jones 3 sacks. Paris Johnson, probably our best offensive lineman, only giving up 1 sack all year. Defensive side of the ball, man, the Silver Bullets, Jerome Baker 112 tackles. Denzel Ward 88. Von Bell with 75. Joey Bosa with 74. Marshawn with 69. Hooker with 66. Nick Bosa with 62, Cam Hayward with 57, Pete Warner 57, Jordan Fuller with 56, Baron Browning with 46, Okudah with 39, Chase Young with 31. You had Draymond Jones with 22, Sam Hubbard with 18. Sack department, shocker, not really. The Bosa brothers led the way. Joey had 11.5, Nick with 9, Chase had 5, Cameron Hayward 2.5 sacks, Hubbard with 2 sacks, Jerome Baker had 1 sack, and then Bell and Browning split a sack. Interception department, again, I was expecting a lot more out of our corners. Jerome Baker had 2 picks, Denzel only had 2 picks, Browning, Marshawn, Pete Warner, Fuller, and Harrison each with 1. A lot of deflections though. A lot of deflections, a lot of pass breakups. Denzel had 8, Marshawn with 6, Vaughn had 6. Do we have any touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns though. Kicking game, Cameron Johnson, like I mentioned before, we moved him from punter to kicker, 12 of 14. He was 43 of 44 on extra points. At punter, Drew Chrisman, 49 punts, 2,500 yards. He had 9 inside the 20, only 15 touchbacks, and a long of 72. In a return game, I mean, these stats are just completely off. That's crazy. I feel like there would be more punts and more kickoffs. That's cool, though. So here's how we stacked up in the league, man. We averaged 21 points per game, which puts us 18th. We were top 15 in passing with 225 yards, top 10 in rushing, 120 yards. Defensively, we were ranked number 9, giving up 21 points per game. We were solid against the pass, only giving up 205 yards, and really good against the run, only giving up 103 yards. All right, so let's get into this wild card weekend. So far, it's been a knockout. Defensive struggle, offensive struggle, I mean. We're tied up at 3 going into halftime. We scored right before half. That's a good look. Now we're up double digits. Let's see if we can keep that lead. Oh, this is game over, man. Let's go. We go into Miami and handle business, blowing them out the water. Let's go, man. On to the next round for our Buckeyes. I was going to call them the Bengals, but we're the Buckeyes. CJ with a really good game, man. 18 of 30, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zeke went for 78 yards. It was the Olave show, 5 catches, 68 yards. Terry had 4 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Zeke had a receiving touchdown as well. But the defense shutting them down, man. Shout out to Jerome Baker, 8 tackles. Nick Bosa with 7 tackles. Marshawn with 6. The pressure up front got to him, man. Nick Bosa with 3 sacks. Baron Browning had 2. Cam Hayward had 1. Just a great game for our boys, man, and we're on to the next round. All right, so we're on to the next round to take on the 14-3 Houston Texans. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to hold you. As you can see, number-wise, their offense is a little bit better than ours, but our defense is better than theirs. If our defense could come out and play the way they played against Miami, we should walk away with the W. All right, let's go to work, man. Houston comes down to get a touchdown early. Now the defense is playing tough. Houston's up 10-0. We get on the board late in the second. It's 13-7 in the third. We take the lead going into the fourth. Texas get a field goal. And oh no, we lose by 2 points in the divisional round. That's tough, man. That is tough. I thought this team had enough to get us there, but Joe Burrow and the Houston Texans handle business. Now, I'm pretty sure you're sitting here wondering, how did Joe Burrow end up on the Texans? Of course, I had to make the trade, send Burrow to Houston so I can get CJ. Let's look at these stats real quick. I mean, CJ put up some numbers, man. 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Burrow, 162 yards and a touchdown. Crazy part is, Burrow's a former Buckeye. On the ground for the Buckeyes, Zeke only 47 yards. That's probably what hurt us. Terry, 4 catches, 41 yards, no touchdowns. Chris, 4 for 35, no touchdowns. Dobbins had a receiving touchdown, and so did Garrett Wilson. It was a defensive struggle or offensive struggle, man. Defenses really came to play in this game. As you can see, the final score was 16-14. Tank Dell caught a touchdown from Burrow. Fairbairn with the field goal. Garrett from CJ for the tutty. Fairbairn with the field goal at the end of the half. Dobbins with a catch from CJ, and then fourth quarter, a field goal from Fairbairn is what sealed it. Not the way we wanted the season to end. I really thought I was going to be able to bring a title home to Columbus, man, but we fell just short. And some of you haters out there are going to say, that's just like the Buckeyes. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. But hey, if you guys got any suggestions or you want to see me take over another team, bring them from the college ranks into the NFL, let me know down in the comment section, all right? I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And hey, YouTube said you guys like this video, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that one out, all right? I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.